So I teach what we call conversational English classes in Warsaw 77. Mostly they are just because the kids at my school are pretty fluent in English already, but it's getting them to use vocabulary and just really stretching them in as many different ways as we can. So we do things like debates, storytelling, designing stuff, you know, just getting them to use as many different kinds of vocabulary as we can. So because I teach quite a few classes a week, 19 classes, there's like quite a lot of time is spent on lesson planning, so I try and keep one lesson and just adjust it for different ages because I teach between 12 and 19-year-olds.
Okay, so at my school I teach from 5-year-olds to 15-year-olds. I teach a lot of songs. With the younger kids you teach colors and fruits and vegetables, more simple vocabulary, and as you work your way up you have more vocabulary, more dialogue. Usually they're pretty shy with their English, but once you get to know them, they have so much to say, and their English is actually really good. So at first they're shy and they're nervous, but once you get to know them, they'll really want to learn and have you help them. I teach with 3 different English teachers. One of them allows me to teach the entire 45-minute class all on my own. I do lesson plans, I bring in my own materials, I make my own handouts.
Working at Prus, which is Warsaw School 77, it's had the Lattitude for about 7 years, so they've gotten used to having volunteers around, and they basically let them become the teachers. And there will be a teacher sitting in the back, but you are always in charge, and you always have to have something ready, always have to have a lesson plan. It is difficult, like you do have to have a lot of time to plan, and you do get 10-minute breaks, and you also do have after school, but just what I recommend is try and just be ready as much as possible.
Well, at my school I do PowerPoint presentations each week, and the topic is always Australia. So the first one was just a general introduction, like the flag, what the weather's like, that kind of thing. After that we did animals, then sport, food, and a range of other topics. It's really fun, and it's quite good because I always know what I'm doing when I walk into each class. It is time consuming though in the afternoons. I'm not very good at PowerPoint, so hopefully by the end my skills will be. As far as the teachers go, I work with 4 different English teachers. So one of them I work very much in a partnership. She's great, she's really funny, I like her a lot. One teacher just really gives me the class, which is also challenging, but then it's kind of fun because I build a stronger connection with them because it's always me talking, always me presenting.
It's really great, and I'm very welcomed there. At first the teachers were shy, and since there's only 3 English teachers, I'm not able to communicate with many of the teachers there. So that's been a bit difficult, but they do warm up to you, so don't be nervous at first. You just have to go and initiate conversation. But with the students, they're so excited, they'll grab onto you. My favorite class is class 0, which is preschool students. And whenever I walk in, I have 2 girls on each leg, and I can't even walk through the door without putting my bag down, without being tackled.
Overall, the students are usually, like, they're really keen to learn, especially with the native speakers, because at my school, the native speakers aren't in every single class. We're seen as kind of a privilege, not as a right. So a lot of the time the students are really excited that we're there, you know, and they love talking to us in the hallways and stuff. That said, because I work at a high school, I mean, they're teenagers, they can get rowdy. I have had to send kids out of the class a few times because they're not listening to me or whatever.
You just have to it's really about adjusting and being flexible with certain things, and you learn as you go.